Mum telling me how BS my feelings are. So throughout my life, anytime I'm sad or upset, my mum will demand I tell her why. If I don't, she grounds me, paddles me, etc. Then when I do tell her, instead of trying to comfort me, she tells me how ridiculous I am, or I'm stupid. Even if it's an actual issue, and not just me being emotional, and how I just need to stop crying or being upset. And if I don't calm down because of her version of fixing it, I still get in trouble. And with her, you have to be instantly happy or this happens. I don't know if this is her being a parent or what, but it is a load of bullshit. Entitled mum wanted someone to see her, seemingly fine, daughter right away at the urgent care clinic. Had to take son to an urgent care clinic last night, and when we got there was a couple of people ahead of us. MBD gave me time to fill out paperwork, plus I'm aware that you've seen in the order you came in. We'd been waiting for around 30 minutes when a mum and her daughter looked around. 15 to 16 comes in. Daughter sits in one of the chairs while mum goes up to the front desk and gets really pushy about her daughter needing to be seen right away, acting like she wasn't going to die if she wasn't going to receive medical attention. Why wouldn't you just go to the ER if it's that serious? Mum's still fuming, sits down to fill out paperwork, and my son's name gets called. Mum had the audacity to ask me if her daughter could go in my place of my 2-year-old. Claiming that she's been so sick for weeks. Told her no, that we've been waiting for quite some time. Mum just huffed at me. Poor girl looked mortified, like that her mother was being this way. Broke EA guilt trips my mum because she won't buy AirPods for my younger cousins. Background info: bipolar disorder runs in the family, and my aunt's daughter got it bad. And it didn't help that my aunt barely raised her. Aunt's daughter has 3 daughters, but is horribly abusive and gets custody taken away. Aunt becomes the guardian of 3 absolute hell beasts from age 10 to 16. Entitled aunt is raising my cousins and is surviving on welfare checks and sympathy money for all 4 of them. I'm all for welfare for those unable to work, but EA only qualifies because she has seizures, but she hasn't had one in 20 years. She walks away from the conversation if anyone recommends she tries working from home. She can barely afford groceries and clothes for the girls, but manages to buy several packs of cigarettes a day. Entitled aunt is not well liked by the family. My mum was the only person to make it out of that family and city, and is doing pretty well for herself. She's also very charitable and unfortunately easy to manipulate money-wise. Every so often she'll send over several $100s of groceries and she doesn't ever get a thank you. Usually she gets a phone call opening with, "Did you not add Oreos to the list?" Christmas is coming around and of course entitled aunt has no money. What does she do? She has all 3 cousins text my mum begging for Christmas gifts. At first she seems sympathetic until she reads the actual list, and it includes items like the new $200 AirPods for all 3, expensive perfume, Victoria's Secret items, it goes on. My mum calls entitled aunt and goes, "You're fucking with me, there's no way I'm spending $400 on each of your kids, when my own kids don't get nearly that much." What does entitled aunt say? "I told them you can afford it, now you want me to tell them they don't get AirPods for Christmas?" Mum hangs up. Hey, thanks for watching to the end. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead. I always see them. I always enjoy engaging with them. You can subscribe if you want, if you choose to. No, there's no pressure to. Or you can click one of the other videos on the screen now. Or you may even have a favourite subreddit that you'd like covered.